First thing that I always do is open my blinds and make my bed.
So I start off the morning alone in bed. I do sleep on one side of the bed and throw all my other pillows to the other side.
So first off, when my husband and I finally roll out of bed, we like to make the bed. Brandon hops in the shower. I usually lay in bed for about 5 more minutes before I start breakfast and coffee.
Usually we spend a little time on our phones in bed, but honestly not really. So we get up and I open the blinds to let in some natural light and remind me it's already the middle of the day.
When the light wakes me up, I'm fortunate. I work for myself. I work from home, so I can kind of just lay. Who else lays like this with one leg on top of the sheets and the other one over? I do that all the time.
So in the mornings, I like to start off by writing in my journal and reading my Bible, and then just jotting down anything that I feel like God is teaching me today.
So I go over to my second alarm clock on my phone, and I will turn off my alarm clock. I love this alarm clock. Same thing, I've been using it for a long time. It works because you have to do a mission. My favorite one is the memorize game. I keep it super simple. I only do 3 squares.
And I've been using Alarmy as my default alarm for about 2-3 years now, I want to say. It's been an absolute game changer for me. Basically, in order to turn off the alarm, you have to do a challenge. So for me, I like doing the math problems as a challenge, but they have the option that you have to shake the phone really hard in order to turn it off.
Messy bed head, which is just my hair pretty much all the time. So then I get up and I check my phone. I always check my phone. There's Zac Efron, manifesting him into my life. And I check all my social media. I check Instagram. You can follow me at Trista Paytas.
I'm loving the extra long Align pants from Lululemon. The other thing that I'm loving, native deodorant. Go into the kitchen and by this time I'm still sipping water. So my goal is always to be downstairs by 5 a.m. I light a candle. I always keep a candle at the middle of the island in the kitchen. And I light the candle and I always take a picture on my story. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know that most mornings I will take that 5 a.m. picture.
I now work on some YouTube stuff, my summer internship from anywhere between an hour and a half to 4 hours.
Goals for my day on a post-it note. Research shows that having concrete goals is correlated with huge increases in confidence and feelings of control. Putting your phone face down is a great habit. I found that I'm much more productive in the morning when I don't look through my phone.
Twitter can be like nasty, but there's also a lot of love on there. So I kind of like it. And then of course I have to check YouTube. I check what's on the trending page, which are on the recommendations. And then of course my subscriptions. Lately I've been loving podcasts in the morning because they're nice and long. And my favorite one is The Fighter and The Kid at the moment. In bed and watch the podcast.
Grab my positivity journal that I mentioned. I recently got this and I've been loving it.
And I use the rest of the page to write positive affirmations until the page is filled up. While I'm writing this, I typically have positive affirmations playing in the background.
A little bit half and half of almond and coconut milk. So as you can see, I just add bananas, peanut butter, peanuts, chia seeds. I just love to pack it in with all kinds of good stuff.
Protein shake and my breakfast right away. I make the same breakfast almost every day because there's no decision fatigue and it literally does the job for me. I put 2 scoops of protein powder in some orange juice. I add a banana and some spinach. I have some oatmeal with diced apples and some Harvest Crunch honey nut.
Sad and disturbing, but a little lighthearted. Now, some of you guys might remember this. I had never seen it. A few years ago, a woman snapped herself saving a turtle.
A huge glass of orange juice right here, which is so delicious. I already had half of it.
So right now I'm listening to the Gold Digger podcast with Jenna Kutcher.
So I'll usually do just a quick 10-minute warm up with Robin. She's my favorite trainer. And at the same time, I will answer your comments on Instagram and YouTube.
I make a playlist on YouTube of the workouts that I want to do the night before, or sometimes even at the beginning of the week. Really depends on the week.
And then I do some jumping ones to kind of train my knee, to hold my weight, catch my weight, and just get it mobilized again.
What you're gonna see is that I'm doing half of my makeup right now. I do the other half at work, which sounds kind of weird, but it's a schedule thing that I got into that I kind of really like. Like, I do like a base now so I'm not overwhelmed when I get to work, but I like being fresh right before I go on air, which is how I do the other half, or why I do the other half.
Skincare time. Okay, so I take off my face mask, and whatever's left from the face mask, I just like to keep it on my face, so I rub it in. And then after that, I let it dry a little bit, and I go in with my sunscreen. I like to have my sunscreen sit on my skin for a little bit before I do anything else. So I'm just going to be taking my cranberry pills. I take 2 a day.
And look at that little tease mess in the back. Then I go ahead and wash my face with Proactive Tried and True Cleanser. I don't use all 3 steps. I just use the cleanser on my face. And that's been basically my skin secret lately.
Press down. Someone help me how you do this, because like this looks like one of those things that you like press into. Yeah, I don't really like follow it because I am one of those people that believes. And did you put it on like powder? I have no idea how you do this, but
then it is time for hair and makeup. So it pretty much just consists of trying to make it look decent. Like I didn't just roll out of bed. So then I pick out my shoes. As you can see, I love bling shoes. I have a lot of bling Crocs, bling Doc Martens, bling Air Force Ones, and I decided to go ahead and get the Crocs. As you can see, they are already somewhat pulled, as I do wear these on the regular, and silver just so happened to go with my gray outfit.